I am back in Austin. This weekend I did a boot camp in Irvine, California. It was great to see some of you there. It was fantastic to meet you. There were 60 of you learning on how I personally trade stocks, options, how I pick the best stocks, how I limit my losses. This is something that we're going to talk about today. And also when I take profits. Talking about limiting the losses, the news today is Boeing crashed in Ethiopia in Africa, killing all 157 people that were inside it. And this morning, Boeing was down 9%. So the question is, how can you protect yourself from such a loss? If you have Boeing in your portfolio, I mean, wow, this morning would have been bad. Boeing is one of the Dow stocks, right? It is one of the major stocks in the Dow. And this morning, it was dragging the whole Dow Jones down. In fact, let's take a look at the charts here. Let's actually look at the Dow. As you can see, for today, the Dow is up 0.6%. This morning, it started down because today, all stocks were going up, or most of the stocks, the indices are up. So if you look at the S&P is up 1.4%. And if you also see, look at the Nasdaq is up more than 2%. The Dow was down and is still dragging behind because Boeing, this is the stock that was in the news this morning. So this morning, Boeing was down over 9%. Right now, it's down 6%. If you have Boeing in your portfolio, how can you protect yourself from suddenly being down 9%, 10%, or see, a couple of weeks ago we had Kraft Heinz ketchup plummeting 35%. Then we had Weight Watchers plummeting 30%. And if you have these stocks in your portfolio, ouch. Today I want to talk about what to do instead so that you're not getting hit with such a huge loss. Let's go back and take a look at Boeing. Let's actually see what happened here for Boeing this morning. So this is where we opened all the way up. Bounced a little bit back, right now going sideways. By the way, I was just curious because, as you know, I travel a lot. The airline that I travel on is United Airlines. I was curious this morning on who is still flying. Which airlines are still flying this particular Boeing that was crashing? It was the second crash. In October, the first time, a 737 MAX 8 crashed, and now it was the second time, killing all 157 passengers. Let's see. Who is grounding planes? Ethiopian Airlines, no, go figure, and Cayman Airlines say we're not flying any of these planes right now. American Airlines right now doesn't seem to be too concerned. American Airlines has 24 Boeings of this particular model here in its fleet, and no plans to ground them at the moment. Southwest, same here. Southwest has 34 of the aircrafts in its fleet, does not plan to change its operational policies or procedures. They say everything will be fine, and as you can see, Norwegian Airlines, TUI. I was kind of relieved not to see United on there, so that was good. But back to Boeing. So let's talk about the charts and how can you protect yourself from suddenly being down? Because honestly, when you have a plunge like this, no stop loss, it's going to help you. There's two things that you can do not to get caught in something like this. So first of all, let's go back to a daily chart. The first thing that you can do is look at the indicators and see what they're telling you already. Because when you look at Boeing here right now, the indicators were already saying right now Boeing is no longer going up. Now, admit it, Boeing was a fantastic stock this year. If you look at it, I mean, since December until now, a few days ago, Boeing was rising from $300 to $440. That's 50%. That is phenomenal. So first of all, take profits while they are there. The second thing is, you know that I like to use three indicators. I like to use the RSI, stochastics, and the MACD in order to determine whether stock is more likely to go up, down, or sideways. As long as the RSI is above 50 and stochastics are above 50 and we see that the purple line, which is the MACD, is above its orange line, we're good. Now, if you look back a few days, you will see that right here on, what date is this? On March 5th and 6th. So last week, you already saw that RSI was dipping below 50. You saw that the MACD was going below its moving average right here. So this means that the stock is anyhow right now more likely to go sideways, that it has stopped its upward momentum. So for me, this would be definitely a time to get out. And you see, if you would have gotten out, it would be at around 425, and you still could have caught this fantastic move. So if it was in your portfolio and you are using indicators, right, the indicators would have told you early to get out of there, because right now, as you can see, plummets to 397. I think it was as low as 365 this morning, if you look at this. I mean, the other thing that you can do to protect yourself from losses is trade stocks that are not in the news all the time. You hear me saying this. When the mainstream media talks about stocks, they're very susceptible to, or very receptive to, these dramatic moves. Tesla is a prime example. I mean, Tesla is in the news all the time. But also Apple, Amazon, then of course, every single stock that is in the Dow Jones obviously will be in the news. Is this making sense so far? See, many years ago at the beginning of my trading career, I was doing this. I was trading the mainstream stocks because other people talked about, I mean, this was back in the days, yeah, IBM and Boeing and Alcoa, right? And I mean, these days, everybody's talking about Facebook and Netflix and Apple and Google. And yes, Boeing was definitely one of the high flyer stocks because, again, since the beginning of the year, it was up 50%. So what do? You just don't trade mainstream stocks. So what stocks should you trade instead? Well, as you know, I like to use my software PowerX Analyzer to actually find the stocks that are perfectly trending for my style of trading. Now, this morning we had our live boardroom. So with private students and with my coaching students, I'm trading live every month. And right now we are doing it from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this week I'll be trading live in the mornings with my mastermind students and my private coaching students. And so the trades that we placed this morning, one of them was for CRS. CRS, what do? Carpenter Technology Corporation. Nobody knows, nobody cares. So this was a short, so we wanted to bet on a falling market. Didn't get filled yet because overall the market was going up, but this is one of the stocks that I like to trade because if you look at this, it shows a really nice ROI. If you had traded this stock according to my very simple rules over the past year, based on a $10,000 account and a $10,000 position, you would have made $6,464. That's not bad at all. If you're interested in learning more about this, go to mytradingroutine.com. This is where I have a quick video explaining everything in more detail of when exactly I enter, how I pick these stocks, how I limit my risk, how I take profits, right? So it's a 35-minute video that you can watch there. You don't have to opt in. Go to mytradingroutine.com, and this is where you see the video. Let's go back to the charts because another one that we traded here this morning was PATK. So PATK, another stock, looked really, really good. And this is one, if you had traded a $10,000 position over the last year, following my rules that I call the PowerX strategy, you would have made $7,790. So it's almost 78% ROI. So these are the stocks that nobody talks about because I don't even know what Patrick Industries does. So let's summarize because today, again, in the news, Boeing being down 9%, slightly bouncing back a little bit, but still down 6%, dragging down the whole Dow Jones. How could you have, or how can you protect yourself from being caught in such a huge loss? Well, there's two things that you can do. Is first of all, watch the indicators, and usually they tell a story before it happened. Now, of course, indicators cannot predict that a plane was crashing this weekend, but there were already signals that Boeing has stopped going up, and this is when it's a good time to get out. Second thing, stay away from mainstream stocks, right? This is why I programmed the PowerX analyzer that finds stocks that nobody else is talking about, because this way I don't have to worry what Elon Musk is doing or Jeff Bezos from Amazon is doing or what Tim Cook from Apple is doing, which I heard Donald Trump called Tim Apple. I don't know if this is true. Might have been just one of the rumors. What do I know? I'm not watching the news, but of course, when something like this happens, that Boeing is dragging everything down, I wanted to see what's going on. All right. Hope you find this helpful. If you would like to learn more on how I personally trade, go to mytradingroutine.com. And if you would like to experience one of our live boot camps, which are free, go to bootcamp.rockwelltrading.com and see if we are coming to an area close to you. And by close to you, I mean, if we are within 2 hours driving distance, you should get in the car and come. I promise it'll be worth your while. Okay, hope this helps. If this helps, please make sure that you like it, share it with a friend, leave a comment if you found this helpful. And also if you have any questions that I can answer in these videos, because I really enjoy doing these videos for you. Make sure that you hit the little subscribe button and the little bell that notifies you whenever I post a video for you. Have a terrific day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Click on like and leave a comment and let me know what you think. And make sure to subscribe to this channel to get new videos automatically.